You're a terrible mother and you have a terrible child. We don't have a fatherless problem. We have a single mother problem.
We saw that kind of viral clip come out of Chicago of a pregnant mom being beaten by some elementary school kids. Now, what sparked these kids to that level of outrage, I'm not sure. But one of the mothers of one of the children that allegedly was attacking this woman took to the internet to also apologize. And I want to get you guys' take on the apologies.
She is one of the children that was a part of the fight at OT Bright School on yesterday. We're just coming live so she can say her piece and take accountability. I won't say too much. And please, anyone that decides to say anything, keep it respectful. This is the child.
Okay. I was wrong for everything that I did. And I was just being a follower, following everybody who don't even got nothing that I got. And I apologize for everything because I wouldn't want to be in that situation. And I feel bad because
It's okay.
I gotta go through so much.
You gotta get away from black people, man. If I was to tell her, I would get far away from black people as far as possible, man. If I was that lady, it's just it's a broken home, man. Where's the father at of that little girl? It's just a culture of violence, man. It's never gonna change. She's probably like one of the good ones, but they're all doomed on either side, man. I saw the mother being attacked too with the kids, man. I would get away from blacks if I was if I was her, man. Mm-hmm. And that little girl that did the attack with that little fake, apology, I feel sorry for that girl, man, because she's pretty much doomed, man, to be honest with you. Stupid mother, the household is already broken, no father in the home. Yeah, it just never ends, man. But that's all I had to say about it.
You're a terrible mother and you have a terrible child. That's it. You are there will be absolutely zero. Don't be respectful because this is a child. This chick, and I'm being respectful when I say that, be respectful to her. Look, yo, I got 100% honest with you. One dude was there. Look, it would have been a completely different story. If it was me, right? If it was me, this is how it would have went down. I would have first taken the person who had the cell phone. It would have disappeared because you don't need any evidence. And then I would have probably went to break some legs of some that's how you fix the problem. That's how you do it. Because then the young lady would have got away and all those little nigglets that was attacking this chick would have been trying to figure out how to get their friends to the hospital. I have no words for that kind of stupidity. This chick, you raised that. All the parents of these kids, you raised them. And if you're talking about there are no families, no fathers in the home, nah. 0 + 1 will always equal 1. It will never equal 2. You cannot blame a non-existent variable for a problem. Because if both of these kids, or if all of these kids ended up going to Stanford, which is one of the hardest schools in the planet to get into at a 5.7% acceptance rate, you would have said, I got them in there. So now you need to say, I fucked these kids up. We don't have a fatherless problem. We have a single mother problem because the mothers are the ones that are raising these assholes.
She's probably more concerned with some punishment she may have. Maybe they took her video games or cell phone away, and that's probably eliciting the emotion. I think though.
What emotion did you see?
Well, she had some little fake tears going on. That reminded me, the clip you showed of the actual attack. Have you ever seen like Wild Kingdom?
I was waiting for the animal reference.
No, really.
I thought it was going to come from CT, but
have you ever seen Wild Kingdom? And it's like they'll always show something on the Serengeti getting attacked by hyenas, and it's always a lot of them, and they're like the hyena is kind of cowardly. So if the lion says or something like that, they'll jump back a little bit, but then they'll be like, all right, the other 72, you with me? And then they'll go in and like take the kill from the lion. That reminded me of that. Okay. Which is a problem. CT said get away from black folk. I said get away from people. Okay. The human is the absolute most dangerous animal on this planet. Think about it. Okay. You can have super strength. A gorilla has super strength. And what have we done with the gorilla? We got his Baltimore Zoo. Okay. Locked down. Not a threat. All right. He relies on food. Okay. We are the top of the food chain. And Jesse Jackson said this. If I'm walking down the street and I see 3 white guys on this side, 3 black guys on this side, they asked Jesse Jackson, what you going to do? Which side of the street you going on? Jesse Jackson said, I'm going over there with the white guys. Okay. Because just from the standpoint of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, one of which is safety. All right. You're going over to where you have a reasonable degree of safety. And that's just the way it is. So if these kids are doing that, bad sign for society. I encourage people, find yourself a little plot of land in the middle of it, but I got to commute them. Okay. Because there's nothing like peace of mind coming into your home. Logic, I'll ask you, be honest. Now, you still have business in Baltimore, right? That you have to take care of.
For sure.
So be honest with me. Every mile you get away from Baltimore, does not your stress level decrease?
As soon as I cross into the county I live in.
Right.
I was fooled by those words too. For years, without even realizing it, I was helping the bad guys. Yeah, the same global conglomerates that bankroll chaos, push woke nonsense, and fund movements that despise God, family, and freedom. 97% of what we buy, toothpaste, dish soap, vitamins, even snacks, is owned by the same handful of multinational corporations. They don't share our values, they exploit them. Most of their stuff is made overseas, laced with toxins, and sold back to us under the label of progress. That's not capitalism, that's communist goal number 32. Centralized control over culture, welfare, and daily life. They already control education. They control the media. And now they want your shopping cart. If we keep buying their products, we're handing them the keys. Shame isn't the problem. Apathy is. Shame is what snaps you out of it. It's what makes a man take responsibility again. That's why I stopped feeding the machine. I switched my home to family-owned, American-made, non-toxic products that actually care about the people they serve. And now you can too. Go to switchwithlogic.com and take your dollars back from the system that's poisoning our homes and our freedom. Because shame should lead to change. And this one feels good.
I don't know if you paid attention to what she said, right? She said she was being a follower and she kind of compared it to they don't even have the stuff that I got.
That was all fake. That's all staged for the camera, a demonstration of the age we live in. That mother prepped that girl. You're going to say this in front of the camera, right? And the talking to that she got before it is don't you understand? You have all these things. Those kids are animals. Why would you behave like that when you have all these things and they don't, right? Like, why would you follow, right? Because she said, oh, I didn't start. I just did what everybody was doing, right? Like, that's the excuse she gave her mom. And it's all, you can see the kid's whole apology is a response to whatever the adult told them before the camera turned on. Kids don't talk like that. Kids don't understand that concept. That's the responsibility of the lesson being taught to them by the mother. The problem is it took till the kid was in a street fight, beating up some pregnant lady, for the mother to make some sort of impact like that. Because if she had made that impact earlier, she wouldn't have been she would have known that she would have called the cops to stop this. She would have been in the middle to stop it, not.
Well, I agree with you on the coaching aspect, because even during the if you watch the full reaction or the full video, she's like, it's okay. She's kind of like nudging, like nurturing her along the process. But maybe she did it because of what Coley Bennett, shout out to Nicole from Power Politics. He said all the parents deleted their social media accounts because the South Side of Chicago was coming for them online and in person. So maybe she deleted the account. I mean, she did this so the mom could stay on social media.
No, for all you know, their lawyer said that was a good idea. I mean, probably not, but like, dude, for all you know, she's doing it to preemptively have some sort of defense for her kid. That, look, my kid isn't as bad as all the other kids, and since you have a bazillion kids to deal with, let's make a deal. Dude, come on, like, this is not real. We live in the day. Look, even going back to the last segment with the PSYOP, We know what they do to lie to us. Every e-thought that gets on Instagram uses filters. Nothing is reality. They show you a picture inside a plane. You know, at JFK, you can rent to sit inside private planes for Instagram pictures, so you can pretend like you're flying everywhere. We live in an artificial age. We live in the AI generation coming, where you're not going to know what is real and what isn't to begin with.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not real. We have to stop thinking that people in front of the camera are real. It's content every single time. Even if they're trying not to be content, you're still content because you had to make it in front of the camera. It's either you accept that you're making a product like people like us or CT, or you think that you're changing the world and you're screaming into the void because you're one of the billion voices inside YouTube. And if you're not making the product, you're just screaming into the void.
To me, this particular thing shows the importance of fathers. Notice most of you guys alluded to it, but notice the values placed on what in the conversation. She said, they ain't even got what I got. Not anything about character, morals, anything like that.
Over it by saying I was a follower, and like again, that's the whole thing. It's presentation. It's
regardless of AI, regardless of how easy it is to create content or what have you, the foundation still has to be there. And character, morals, values, they can't be replaced regardless of how artificial.
Sodom and Gomorrah 2025. What are you talking about character and morals? 20 kids beat up a pregnant woman. Where are we talking about character and morals?
Because that's what's missing, bro.
Dude, but you're not gonna. You're right. No one's arguing with you, but this ain't giving her character or moral. Her mom isn't gonna see it. Even if her mom is in the fucking audience, isn't going to look at this and say, you know what, let me have some self-reflection at this moment and say, why are these 5 random strangers sitting here and talking like this? No, it'll be those fucking coons, those 4 coons and that dude. They're all the problem. It's not me. It's that they hate black women. Black women, this is the age we live in. This woman did that for her own self-gratification because these parents were coming for her. Oh, I got to do something. I got to make a grand display. Not anything about sending her kid to juvie for a weekend so she learns never to do it again. How about that? How about some real consequences, tangible consequences? Consequences that, like, dude, if I ever got caught like that, I would not be able to sleep in my house for any time. My parents beat the hell out of me. Like, chase me around the house, beat the hell out of me for that shit. I beat up a pregnant lady. Let's put this in the scope. It's not even a normal assault. It's assaulting the weakest, most vulnerable amongst us.
I'm not joking when I say this. I think we would have. I honestly think we might have disappeared if we did that.
Yeah.
With the family that I had.
My dad would have beat me, and they would have just pretended I didn't exist when people started asking where I disappeared to after they murdered me and buried me in the backyard. We didn't have a fourth son, a fourth child. And
those were little teens.
Remember, we must be talking about another family.